That was the intro song for the last chapter. This is the shrine. Config, original, full screen, and yeah. Continue? Okay. Start. I wonder if it won't be as cutesy this time. Maybe. It's working on the thingy, I'm just checking. Tom... Tama... Tom... Tasma... Higurashi... Damn, I'm really bad at this. Tsumihiro... Oboshi. Tsumihoroboshi. Okay, Atonement Chapter. How is your reasoning towards the truth coming along? The next tragedy is ready for you. Enjoy. This is a humorous story with a tragic struggle at the end. The difficulty is 0. You can just enjoy the clowns mining about, so it's really easy to understand. Guess they're just gonna flat out tell me what they're trying to say. The first time I would try harder to avoid the inevitable tragedy. The second time I would be disgusted with the inevitable tragedy. The third time I discussed returning to anguish. The seventh time I would be laughing by then. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to an actual person's or organization is entirely coincidental. The chorus of the Higurashi replaced that of the cicadas. The cries came from a distance, echoed loudly and then faded away. They sounded so weak and fragile. Rina's voice was just like the cries of the Higurashi. She had said something, but the words would quickly fade away. She sounded so fragile that it made me worry she might vanish into thin air along with her words. But nobody's pressuring her to continue. Mion dusted off the hood of an abandoned car and sat down on it, as if to show how relaxed she was. She actually did look very relaxed, as if she came here to enjoy the cool breeze of the evening or something. Satoko followed Mion's example and sat down as well. She didn't look nearly as relaxed, however. I thought about following suit, but I felt rude to look away from Rina, even for the short time it would take to find a place to sit down, so I decided to remain standing. Rika-chan didn't sit down either, but she wasn't looking at Rina. Everyone else was looking at Rina, but Rika-chan was looking at the red sky. Rika-chan's expression was hard to describe. She looked pale and blank at the same time, as if all of her emotions were gone. Rina wore the same kind of expression. She kept trying to say something, but it seemed like the words were stuck in her throat. She noticed Rika-chan was looking at the sky, so she decided to look that way as well. Mion did the same. So did I. Satoko looked that way too. And with that, there was silence. It was like we were in a concert hall filled with the chorus of the Higurashi, a concert hall with the highest roof of the world. A refreshing cool breeze trickled our sweaty bodies. I could almost make myself believe we came here to enjoy the breeze and the sunset. I could only wish that was what we came here for. The shadows of the birds flying across the sky soured the feeling of our quiet concert soured. They reminded us that time hadn't stopped. Nobody wanted to pressure Rina. We didn't want time to pressure her either. We wanted to keep the cool red sky as long as we could, so Rina could calm down and talk. Right then, I heard a sound and it brought us all back to reality. The hood Mion was sitting on had made a noise when she moved to cross her legs. I don't know whether Mion made the noise on purpose or not, but it reminded us that time had been passing by. The noise took our attention away from the sky and back to the ground. Such a tasteless noise seemed to have urged Rina to speak. Rina heaved a small sigh, nodded as if she understood something, then looked at us like she always did. there's only one thing I want to say, before anything else. She was probably saying it to everybody, but since I'm standing in the middle, with her looking at me, I nodded to her to represent our agreement. I think I did the right thing. Her voice wasn't forced anymore. She sounded just like she always did. I wonder how much we're allowed to struggle in order to be happy. It sounded like a question, but nobody answered. That's why I really like Michan's club. The one rule is to do whatever it takes to win, right? I think that's wonderful. If we were only allowed to do nice things, and if there was a limit to how much we could struggle, people who aren't happy wouldn't be able to seize happiness at all. Misfortune are like a chain of reaction, I think. Once they begin, they're very, very hard to escape. In order to escape the chain of misfortunes, you need more than just luck or even assistance. I think you need to struggle as hard as you possibly can. You need to be able to do your best. That's how you seize true happiness, that's what I believe. Rena stopped talking. I looked up, heaved a sigh, and opened her mouth again. But I'm not saying that I expect you to accept what I did. I know that was a very bad thing to do. Didn't you all look stunned a while ago? That tells me everything. I've never seen her smile so obviously like this. That smile looked unbelievably painful. I could really feel how huge the distance between us was. What's happening? Is this a dream? There's nothing physically there, but I felt as if she's talking to us through iron bars over a chain link fence. That's how great the distance between us was. But it's okay. There's nothing we can do about it. That's just how things are in this world. If I were you, I would probably just look just as stunned, and I would say something irresponsible and merciless. She probably said that to hit back at us. We're just putting on a mask of sympathy, enjoying the spectacle of a clown on a stage. That's why she said that. She probably expected us to say something in return. But no, none of us knew what to say. Rena looked disappointed for a moment, then turned and clambered on top of an abandoned car. Then she spread her arms out and gave a little twirl, letting her skirt billow up before she grabbed both ends and gave us a graceful courtesy. Well then, are you ready for a story? This is the story of how Rena Higura did her best. There was no curtain or spotlight. She was atop an abandoned car amidst the trash piles and stage specially made for her. We tried not to miss a word of what she was about to say. We believed that was the least we could do to not hurt her feelings. So it's Rena's story, maybe? Chapter 6, Tashi Bihoshi, I can't say that still. Okay. I guess it is Rena's story. Let's say it's a winter month like December right now. What would you do if all of a sudden you had a week of hot, humid days without crying cicadas? Would you still wear your coat and scarf? Absolutely not, right? Even though it's still June, it's already summer to us. We've been having hot days for so long. So it's totally okay to do this sort of club activity in June. At my school, everybody usually does what they want for PE, but today would be an exception. My classmates were gathered in the schoolyard. I looked out over everyone gathered there, then spoke up loudly. Hey everyone, you ready? Yes. They all raised the water guns in their hands. It's okay to use water guns in June because it's been so hot and humid. All my classmates were joining in, so it's gonna be a big water gun battle. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do club activities with everyone in class. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun to play outside with everybody together. It's going to be fun for them, but we have to be serious because we can't lose. Yeah, well yeah, for us club members, every day comes with a risk. Wait, that was Rena. Rena. Am I Kichi then? Hehehehe. Yeah, exactly. I look forward to the punishment more careless members are going to suffer. Good luck, everyone. I'm so pumped. Everyone listen up, did you all check your guns? Are your tanks full? We're all ready, Mabata-san. Yeah, I'm Kichi. We're very good at gun battles. Tomita and his friends play with water guns a lot, so they might have an advantage. We're different men today. Tomita-kun and Karma-kun smile confidently holding their guns in a practiced manner. The skills must give them confidence, they even look different. As we all know, Mion is going to be a tough opponent, but I think Satoka and Rika-chan could be too. What about you, Rina? You can move fast, but you could end up being their target as well, so be careful. I've been losing a lot of games lately, and taking most of the punishments. How it's just that recent games weren't my specialty, but Kichi-kun, I think you've been losing a lot these days too, haven't you? You have no idea how miserable I was when I had to go home wearing a bra. My mom saw me in it right before I was about to take it off. Yeah. My last punishment was as terrible as yours. I ruined my marriage after having to do that. Satoka laughed at us loudly while we were shuddering at the memory of the cruel punishments we suffered in the past. Ho 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 ho. You've been low on both luck and spirit. I know why you've been losing so frequently. It's because you see you're both losers. Hehehehe. She's right. Once you get used to losing, you just can't stop. After all those losses, your fighting spirit fades away. When you can't believe in yourself, nothing goes right, even if you're doing the same thing as everyone else. Haven't you realized that Rina and I took those punishments on purpose because we wanted to spare you that fate? You shouldn't be thanking us. Not calling us losers. Oh, is that so? Very sorry for not thanking you enough then. Ugh, Satoko, you just added oil to the fire of my rage. I'll make you regret what you just said. Hehehehe, that's the spirit, Kichan. This old man serves. Hopes you can at least last long enough to serve as entertainment. I guess this isn't an answer to one of the other chapters, because everyone ends up dying in those ones. And the scene of Rina telling a story wouldn't make any sense then. I wonder what happens though, for the sky to turn that color, and everyone to be so bewildered. This old man hopes you can at least last long enough to serve as entertainment. Everyone was alive, so... Oh. That's the connected. Rina, you too. You'd be embarrassed if you were the first one to get shot. But I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. I too think Rina is going to go down first. Prepare yourself for a bad time. Ho 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 ho. No, Michan Satoko, you're so mean. Rina and Kichi go for it, yay. Rina and Satoko laughed at us as loud as they could, then moved to tease their next target. Left alone, all I could do was stomp on the floor in anger. Damn it. I'm gonna win, I can't let them laugh at me like that again. Haha, I agree. It feels bad to have them laugh at us like that. It's not only how it feels, it's also how they step on my pride, damn it. Like Michan said, it might be true that you can't stop on losing once you get used to it. That's why we have to win today no matter what, so we can get even. Rina's eyes looks different. She's usually a funny, weird person, but I know she has the determination to do what she needs to. Rina looks like this, she could be a tough opponent. Today I'll follow the first club rule. I'm gonna do everything I can to win. Oh, you sound determined. You sound cool, but also, others have been going easy on them before. Rina smiled. Remember, you could call it a wicked grin. She was serious. She was serious about what she said. I could tell that from my expression alone. Among all the club members, Rina is easily the most sensible one. The rule of our club is that we do anything in order to win, but she's the only one who has moral qualms doing it. I guess she's gonna lose those throughout the chapter. That's why we already have a hard time against her, except for when she snaps. It's right to hear her say she won't go easy on us. damn it. When you grin like that, you leave me no choice. I have to be super serious about this too. I always have to fight with all I have in our club, but I feel there's a time when I have to get super serious about it. I think today's the time. Indeed, yes. We pounded our fists together. Usually when we really don't want to lose the game, one asks the other to work together, but Rena didn't ask this time, which meant that she was going to try to defeat everyone by herself. No, not try, she's going to do it. It's by herself. Rena looked really cool at that moment, but I wasn't scared. If she was seriously going to do it, I would have to get serious about it too. My fighting spirit had been dented after many losses, but it had begun to burn hot once again. You look good too, Kichi-kun. You're even scaring me a little. You look like you're going to defeat everyone by yourself. I know that's what you're going to do too. That means we're going to fight each other at the very end. We would if you defeat everyone else. I hope you'll be the last one I have to fight against. Yeah, me too. We pound our fists together again. Pow. Does everyone remember the rules? You have to call it out when you get hit. Once you're hit, you can't shoot anyone. Even if you did, you wouldn't count. I mean, I'd like to confirm the definition of being hit one last time. When somebody shoots you with a water gun, you're hit. Hehehe, I'll break it down more for you, Ki-chan. You're only hit when it's water from a water gun. In other words, you're not hit when somebody splashes you with a bucket of water. Only direct shots from a water can count. I'm sure you're not scared of Toko-chan's trap attacks now, huh? Ha 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 ha. I still have many kinds of traps ready for you. Rina-san, you'll be my first target. I don't think so. You're not strong enough to take me down yet. What did you just say? I can't believe Rina gives Toko tit for tat. This is going to be fun. Don't you think so, Ki-chan? I don't think so. At least not for you, because what you're doing is choosing which of us is going to shoot you first. Kichi seems determined to win. Leon seems to sense the fighting spirit in me and Rina. You can tell that she's as serious as we are, just from the way she looks. Alright, I like your spirit. Are you ready to start? Everybody get into your positions. The ones you drew by a lot earlier. Everyone had to draw lots to pick a place to start the game from. It wouldn't be fun if everybody was close together at the beginning of the game. By the way, my starting position was behind the school building. When I drew the starting position, I thought about hiding until there was only a few people left like I did in our last game of tag. In zombie tag? But a defensive tactic like that wasn't interesting to me anymore. I hadn't been this excited in a long time. My legs were shaking with excitement. It was my first time experiencing that kind of feeling. I could hear Mion's countdown from some distance away. 3, 2, 1. A single shot of a toy pistol echoed. With that sound, I was running around the building. There had to be some underclassmen nearby. I'd usually assume that somebody else would take care of them. This time was different. Dude. Whoa. They stood frozen in fear as I ran towards them, screaming at the top of my voice. They took a moment to quickly decide whether to fight or run, and at that moment I shot one after the other. Interesting water gun sound. Sorry guys, you just got unlucky with where you started. I felt bad for them, because they lost the game so quickly, so I rubbed their heads, cheered them up, and then took their water guns. Yes, that was the key factor in that game. You can't put very much water in a water gun. There are people around who in a gun battle. The water would be gone in a minute. I abandoned the gun I used to shoot them. I held one of their guns in each hand and then scooped up the water in the yards. Just like I expected, there was an intense battle happening there. In a short time it took me to take care of the area behind the school building. It seemed like most of my classmates were already shot. I wasn't surprised though, I kind of knew it would happen. You need to have high skills to fight out in the open yard, especially when most of the club members were there. It must have been like a battle of elephants and ants. What is Mion holding? Mion was holding a different kind of war gun from the one she started with. She was now holding one that looks like a huge machine gun. Its range capacity, its pump action shooting, and the amount of water it can hold were beyond comparison. There's no restriction on what kind of water gun we use today. As long as it's water gun, we were allowed to use any kind. Most of us have a normal pistol-style water guns from a local toy store or something similar. I would have gotten a bigger one like Mian if they had one, but they weren't any stock and I'd have to order it in. In other words, Mian ordered hers a long time ago just for today. She's always well prepared when it comes to winning. She must have thought that we wouldn't allow her to use the big water gun she showed off before the game started. She must have hidden it somewhere. It looks like most of our cast mates were shot right after the game started. Only a few were still alive, trying to survive as long as they could, using the heavy construction to criminalize the shield. Mia mercilessly shot at them from various angles to make them come out behind the sheds. Ha 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 ha, stop hiding, cowards. Tommy Tuck-kun and Akama-kun trying their best to resist her attacks from behind their shield. It looked like they had no chance against her, but that actually wasn't true. After all, the two of them were only still alive because of all of their experience in water gun battles. Survived the first few minutes of their assault, even though 99% of their classmates didn't, and they were still surviving at that very moment. Mia, however, is also a battle-hardened soldier. She used the advantage of a war gun tank and casually but certainly drove them into a corner. It was only a matter of time until she broke them down. For a corner, it's not fair that she has a machine gun. We have to survive until the tank runs low. We don't stand a chance against her. She's shooting at us like this. They tried to hold up against her, but all they could do for now was to keep running behind the cover as Mion stayed closer and closer to them. They wanted to use their two-handed one, their 2 against 1 advantage, but seemed they wouldn't even get that chance. They tried attacking recklessly. One of them might get shot, and then the other one would have no chance of winning. So they grew more cautious, placing their bets the final chance, but that was their offensive win. Oh, eyes. Mion saw through their plan. She was purposely provoking them, so they would lose their patience and start attacking her recklessly. This chapter has a lot of effects already. Mion circled around construction equipment, and now she was standing with her back towards me. If I went up against her machine gun fair and square, I wouldn't stand a chance. So attacking from behind would be the only way for me to defeat her. Even though she was in a defensive position, there was still some distance between us. I was still too far away, but it would be better to attack her now than to take her head on. Don't hesitate, Kichi. You won't have a chance to do this again. I started from a hiding place and ran as fast as I could towards the with 2 water guns in my hands. Instead of approaching slowly and silently, I screamed at the top of my lungs. Doom. Wow. Mion. What? There you are, Ki-chan. Mion seemed a little shocked by my surprise attack, but she immediately pulled herself together. She knew the advantage of her weapon. She didn't shoot me just yet. She held back, luring me closer. Mion was well aware of how much water she had left. If she had the same kind of water gun as me, we would have had the same range capability, so it would have been down to our techniques to decide the winner. If she was fighting against all of her underclassmen, she could have defeated them easily. Mion immediately calculated her chances of winning against me and figured out that her only chance was to use the advantage of a water gun. She saw the eye of the tiger in Mion and calculated her chances of winning in a split second. Really, I can admire how fast she does those things. I ran at top speed to show the distance between us. Our strength should have been equal. I had 2 war guns with full tanks, she had a machine gun with half the tank empty. We both waited for the perfect moment. Your fighting spirit deserves my respect, Ki-chan. I'm not sure if I would have been a match for you today if I hadn't had this water gun. I'm disappointed in you, Mion. Your calculations were off today. Did you say you thought you could beat me? Because you don't stand a chance. The moment we stepped within range, Mion and I pulled our triggers at the same time. Mion set her sight squarely on me while I was trying to shoot him at the same time. The shots would obviously be more accurate than mine. My shot of water flew towards nowhere. Mion didn't even need to duck. But Mion's shot made a beautiful arc straight towards my chest. I could see the line of water coming straight at me, but I was too unstable to dodge. Mion had no doubt that she got me. You need to, was then spirit to defeat me. I knew you'd be the first to go down. I'm so disappointed in you, Mion. Your calculations are really off today. Bullshit. You can't dodge that shot. I'll go straight through you and you'll get the moment you chose to come at me screaming rather than creeping up from behind. You're really disappointed in me today, Mion. If you couldn't figure it out, you spent just one more second thinking. You could figure out the reason why I didn't creep up on you and scream as loud as I could instead. You didn't notice my surprise as I turned around to face me. In other words, she turned her back on the opponents she was fighting earlier. Those opponents had massive so that she turned her back on them. Well, what's this? Mia noticed her back was wet and cold. She finally understood that the classmates she was attacking just earlier had shown their fangs and attacked her from behind. I blocked her water shot with my arm before it hit my chest. The line of water was broken. She dropped and splattered away. Damn it. I got hit first so my shot didn't count. She took too long to figure it out. Now get down, Mion. Mion squatted down and covered her head. Now it was me versus Tomita Kunlun and Karma-kun. The reflexes weren't so bad. Whereas Rika-chan, Toko, and Mina? They knew well that I had to be their first target after Mion was gone. They didn't feel sorry at all after attacking me right after I just saved them from their predicament. However, I can respect their cruelty and how quickly they shift gears. They may one day be able to join our club if they keep finding their sense and skill. Our next target is Mabada-san. Let's get him. It's 1 against 2. We can take him. They, however, one step behind me. It was already too late. For them, Mion was their first target and I was the next. But I was different. My first target was them from the start. I didn't even see Mion as my target to begin with, because I knew they would take care of her. I was aiming my guns at them before they threw their sights to Mion from Mion to me. It seemed like they both noticed at the last moment that both of my guns had been pointing at them from the beginning, which meant it was already too late for them. Zoom. Wow. I jumped over Mion, rolled on the ground, and landed on my feet. I looked as elegant as an athlete who had just finished a perfect performance. I had a gun in each hand. With those guns, I shot them, each in the middle of their chest, so fast. How could the two of them use against one? Tomita-kun and Karma-kun fell to their knees in disappointment. I can't believe you did all that, Ki-chan. I guess I'm up to date like you said. Mion wiped the dirt off her knees looking frustrated. Don't worry, it wasn't you. Then why did I lose? That's simple. I twirled my gun on the tip of my fingers. I have to win sometimes in order to keep looking so cool. There were only a few people left alive. Mina, Satoko, and myself. Mina and Satoko were fighting fiercely. Were they evenly matched? No, Satoko was pushing her hard, moving fast. She was driving me into a corner. Mina was usually gentle and slow, but today she was different. She was very serious today, and yet Satoko was still overwhelming her. She was a tough customer even without her tricky traps. Ha 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 ha. Do you remember threatening me earlier? I suppose you were just bluffing. You move well, but I'm still going to win. Satoko kept moving around, piling on pressure in order to pin Mina down. She kept shooting so her tank was almost empty, but her shots were still sharp and fast. I noticed a bucket near her feet, which was full of many water guns. I understood, seeing that she had taken guns from others who were already out of the game. This batch of reloading bullets water was more crucial than the actual shooting. The hole that you put water into on these guns is rather small. To put water into the faucet takes time and requires a certain amount of skill. A battle like this would be almost suicidal. I understand that well, because I've been taking guns from the people I defeated, but I can only hold one in each hand. Satoko used the bucket to overcome the limit. Mina looked like she only had one water gun. I assumed she had two earlier, but she must have used a lot of water during her long battle with Satoko. It looked like she was trying to save her water for the right moment, but Satoko's fierce attack but with Satoko's fierce attack, it was obvious that it was only a matter of time before Vina was driven into a corner. However, Vina is also quite skilled. She only pretended to be driven into a corner, but she was actually luring Satoko to a place where she had the advantage. There was a narrow twisting path near the gymnastic warehouse behind the school building. With Vina's water levels running low, she wanted to turn things around with a single close-range shot. The narrow path was a perfect place for her to do that. What's wrong? You're slowing down a little. Getting tired? I appreciate your concern, but I'm not tired at all. I think you should worry more about your remaining water. You haven't shot back at me for a while. The tank is empty, I suppose. If you think so, why don't you stop hiding and show your face? I will pass. And where have you been holding on to your last shot? The survivor. One try is all I need. I'll be nice to shoot you in the forehead. I don't want you to get your clothes wet at all. Oh, I never imagined I could have such a thrilling battle with you, Rina-san. However, with the amount of water you have remaining, I doubt you have enough pressure to make that last shot go far. Satoko was right about that. Rina had just enough water to make one last shot. As the amount of water left in the tank dwindled, the range of shots you can make shortens. That makes the last shot the shortest and weakest of them all. Regardless of her absolute disadvantaged situation, Rina looked frustrated. I could tell she had no intention of losing. It was almost as if she didn't even see Satoko as a threat. You picked a perfect location for yourself, did you not? I have to tread cautiously. Satoko seemed to understand how dangerous Rina's last shot was going to be better than I did, since she was the one actually fighting against her. I don't play chess very often, but I believe this kind of situation is called a stalemate, is it not? Satoko took out another gun, the full tank, and shortened the distance between them slowly and carefully. The gun with a full tank doesn't have a very long range. It also has enough power to make shots more accurately. If they shoot at each other in frontal attack, Satoko would have a 99% accuracy, 99% chance to win. Even so, Satoko was still afraid of Rina's last shot. Satoko shortened the distance even further, smiling as if unafraid, but Akatashi was actually full of fear. Satoko compared the situation to chess earlier, but it wasn't exactly the same. In chess, you can use some pieces to drive the opponent's king into a corner, but in this case, there was only Rina and Satoko. You can use some of your pieces in order to achieve a win, but then Satoko doesn't have any pieces other than herself. A king can't drive another king into a corner alone. That's called a stalemate. That's why, while at first glance Satoko has the absolute advantage, they're actually on equal footing. Let's just finish this. It's not like us to wait for the bell to bring an end to the battle. You're right. Let's do this. That's strange. I thought Rina would have to move just on there for Satoko. What kind of plan does she have? Rina had been hiding behind the corner for a while, but she came out without hesitation. I noticed something right away. Rina had a different gun. Satoko seemed to notice it as well. I had a plan to hide here when my water ran low. I had hid a gun in advance. Damn, she's good. I'm using the trap at the last moment for a come from behind victory. It was as though she was taking Satoko's best skill from her and firing it right back. Satoko no longer had any advantage now that both of them were aiming their guns at each other full time, but she still looked confident. What was going on? Does she have some kind of plan too? That gun you're holding now is very important to me. What do you mean? You would have kept waiting for your perfect shot and wouldn't have come out of hiding if you hadn't had that gun. At that moment, lightning ran through my brain and I instantly understood that situation. Of course, Rina was in a disadvantaged situation earlier, but it's actually the same for Satoko since she didn't have a chance to make a shot while Rina was in hiding. Rina had to remain cautious in order to hit with her last remaining shot, and that made it difficult for Satoko to attack her. However, what if Rina didn't need to take the last shot from the come from behind victory? No, I said it wrong. What if Rina had gotten you gun with a full tank? You wouldn't stop hiding and come to fight against Satoko. You see, I knew from the beginning you'd run over here in order to obtain the gun. Let Satoko trap Rina, you don't have to listen to her, just shoot her right here now. Rina thought the same. She shot at Satoko without any hesitation. There? But she found confusion a little while afterwards. What was going on? She couldn't shoot, yeah, and it made the menu noise. What was her gun broken? Was her gun broken? Or did somebody break it? Didn't you know that you could easily break a water gun by putting a little bit of sand in an empty tank, pulling the trigger several times? You knew I was hiding in the trump card here? I pulled a cheap trick like that, huh? I told you, you only set one small trap at the last moment. That is the beauty of traps. When it comes to traps, Satoko remained notch above Rina after all. I couldn't believe Satoko figured out Rina's plan in advance and set a trap to counter it. Rina, you made a big mistake. You should have kept the old gun with you. You could have at least made the last shot. But it's too late for you to pick it up again. Rina was in a worse situation than she was before. She couldn't even take another shot. Be prepared. You told me earlier that you'd shoot me in the forehead, did you not? Well, I will be at least kind enough to do the same to you. Do you the same favor. Satoko slowly now returned to distance again, pointed the muzzle at Venus' forehead. Venus still didn't look like she'd given up. She still thought the game was undecided. Stoker-chan, you're not as good as you think you are. What did you say? If you got me with that trap, it'd be your right as a winner to allow yourself to breathe and smile like you're doing right now. But all you've done is drive me into a tough spot. You haven't killed me yet. Don't you think it's a little too early for you to act like you already got me? If it is strange that you didn't shoot her right away, like she still has her other remaining last shot. Oh, I thought you were going to say something much scarier than that. It makes no difference because I'm going to get you now. If I were you, I'd just shoot rather than keep talking. You know why? Because if I didn't, I would lose. Lose? Are you talking about me? I highly doubt you can fire with a jammed gun. Do you remember the rule? You're hit when it's from water gun. Huh? So what are you saying? When I heard her saying that, I started running, but target was Rina, Satoko was already dead to me. Why? She should have shot with Rina within seconds. I have absolutely no idea what you're referring to, Rina-san. What do you think you can do with a jammed water gun? As long as I have water in my gun, I can still fight. Don't you look at it yet? Rina raised her gun high and smashed his handle on the wall of the school building as hard as she could. Plastic broke easily and water flowed out. As long as the water from the water gun hits you, you're dead. It doesn't matter where the water's coming from. Rina was right. She should have saved us up by thinking it through. If she was using a real gun, bullets would only come out from the end of the real gun. But if this was a water gun, she could make up bullets water in this case. That could come out from many places, not just the barrel of the gun. Whoa, what? She took a point and realized that she was standing defenselessly in front of Rina. Stoker's track was successful, but she overestimated the fact. I should have just shot Rina without hesitation, but Rina noticed her new water gun was jammed. She was going to fail because she had grown overconfident of her victory. As the second before Satoko pulled the trigger, Venus swung her war gun as if slashing Satoko with the sword. Satoko spotted the bullets, but it was too late. The second before Venus shot down a blade or would hit Satoko in the face. Isn't that dangerous? No, not hit, it cut her face open. Your endgame wasn't good enough. I can't believe I lost. Venus ran towards Satoko, who was standing still in shock, took her water gun. Venus knew I was her last target, and that I was running towards her. I don't know where you went towards the first, but you could just shot them both. Venus, using her superior mobility, began to duck and weave. We were evenly matched. Neither of us neglected to make any effort possible to take advantage of the situation. I knew it would end up being a one-on-one battle with you. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me. I'm seeing you in a new light today. I didn't know you had the guts. Rather than a new light, I'd like you to see me in a romantic way. I can try if you let me win. No thanks. Zoom. We circled around this construction equipment trying to take shots at each other. We were both sweating like crazy, but I didn't feel tired. Big drops of sweat trickled as they ran down my body. Rapid bursts of water flew across both of our paths. Neither of us had the advantage or disadvantage. I didn't feel elated that I might win or frustrated that I might lose. I was just enjoying this battle with Rina. It was like a dance I couldn't dance alone, a dance I could only dance with an opponent. Rina sure is sharp when she gets serious, it's giving me chills. Kichi-san is good too, he's evenly matching with her. I can't tell who's going to win. In fact, none of the observers could tell who was going to win. Did Rina even get out? Not Rina, Rika. I don't think she did. Neither could we. We had no idea who was going to win. We had no idea when this battle would end. I didn't know why, but it was great fun just to fight against Rina, and I didn't even care whether I won or lost. In fact, I never even wanted it to end. As we fired at each other, both of our tanks emptied, shortening our range. Inevitably, it became more and more like a melee battle than a gun battle. We fired our water guns as if trying to cut each other with our laser water, swinging the gun like a sword. We both came up with the idea to swing the gun hard to generate centrifugal force in order to increase the range of our attacks. I dived to duck a shot. I rolled on the ground, landed my feet, took a shot again and swung my gun like a sword. Who could imagine that a Corsican battle would turn into a one-on-one close range battle like this? Absolutely nobody. Haha. Oh, you think so too, Rina? You do, Kichikan? Both breathed heavily, calculating the timing, needs to take a closer step, and then we both grinned wickedly at each other. This is so fun. I don't want it to ever end. Haha. Don't hate me if you lose. No, never. I'll hate myself for ending this game. But I know I won't be the one crying in the end. I don't know about that. If you are getting weak like me, I'm sure. Shut up. I think Mika is just gonna win. Whoa. They both look so cool. Bada-san, go. Oh, Higurashi-san, you got him. I became relaxed enough to enjoy the battle and finally realized that many of our classmates were watching our one-on-one fight. I barely had any water left. I would have to make the next shot count. Well, I was done for. It seemed like Mina was in the same situation too. The next shot will decide it. I wish we could fill up our tank and keep doing this forever. While people enjoy things because they end eventually, flowers are beautiful especially because they wither. I see, that's one way to look at it. It's been fun fighting against you, but this is it. Indeed. Sorry, but I'm going to end this battle. Good luck, Kichuken. Don't cry when you lose. Let's do this. Hell yeah. Whoa. Ba -ba 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 -ba. Oh, wow. Which one of them won? The cries of the cicadas echoed in the quiet school yard as they sounded like the hand of a watch ticking away the seconds. Neither of us moved. We took our final shots and now stood motionless. It looked like one of those duels in Western movies. Who hit the other first? I don't know, I couldn't see it. Our classmates broke the silence first. We finally realized that our intensely beautiful one-on-one battle was over. If past players present, what is your decision? Mion in turn realized that she had to deliver a verdict to end the game, but she was just as stunned as the others, and it took her a moment to recover. Mion was taking time to render her verdict. In fact, Rina and I didn't know who won either. My last shot flew fast and splashed sideways as if her blade had cut her chest. I knew that for sure, but at the same time Rina's shot hit me in the shoulder. Whoever shot the other first wins, but we didn't know if it was me or her. That's why we stood motionless waiting for the verdict to be delivered. Did you see it, Rika-chan? Rika? I can't tell. Ask players who won. Everybody held their breaths waiting for Mion to call it. Rina and I stared at each other. The spectators were the only ones who were interested in who the winner was. To us, it wasn't that important. We had a great battle. We had both really wanted to do better than the other. We both wanted to call it a tie. But this great battle, settling for a tie would be the best and most proper option. In other words, this one-on-one fight wasn't a battle to decide the winner. It seemed like everybody is thinking the same. Me? Yeah. They can't move if you don't deliver a verdict. Yeah. Mion hates to settle for ties because she loves to draw a line between superiors and inferiors. She tends to settle for a tie when deciding who is the loser because it's more fun to have as many people as possible suffering the punishment, but she has never settled for a tie between winners before. Mion holds a special feeling towards the meaning of being number one. Everybody continued holding their breath awaiting her verdict. Probably because she stole Shion's position. Please make it a tie. Everybody wishes for that in their hearts. Mion was hesitating to make the decision. She could have chosen a winner more easily if one of us did even a little better than the other. But even if one of us did a little better than the other, I feel like nothing fits better than settling for a tie. The two of you did great today. Mion finally started to speak. Ki-chan and Rina, you showed a significant spirit and skill today. The explosive power you showed us was so beautiful that it's beyond even the highest praise I can give. It's very difficult for me to decide who was the winner should be after watching such an amazing battle. Then you mean we have two winners? I don't like to have two winners, that's not really the point of our club. However, they were both so good that it's very hard for me to decide who was better. So, I'm gonna call it a tie for today, and they'll have another battle some other time to decide the winner. I expect to shoot myself for a tie, but I don't expect it should make us have another battle. Bada-san, you were awesome. We're so cool. Higurashi-san, you gave me chills. It's like, you know, you set our hearts on fire. The classmates was towards us and praised us for showing something that cool. We didn't have to find release from the tension of battle and dropped to our knees. Too bad, we tried. Yeah, I can't wait for our next battle. Can you give me your hands? Oh, that was the next thing. Of course, I was gonna ask you the same thing. We both smiled at each other. It was the first time we ever hit it off like this. By the way, you're pretty good at that. What do you mean? Michan, you're trying to get away with that stuff in the punishment, aren't you? Ah. She was just trying to sound cool, but the main reason she delivered that verdict was to protect herself. That's so like Leon, you know. Look, she's running away. Looked like my guess was right, she's so obvious. The bell rang and the sign that class was over while we're all laughing at Leon. After that... Good job out there, you two. Here, use this towel. Rika-chan held out a towel, a big smile on her face. However, Rina and I stepped back and pointed our war guns at her. Yeep. I was already shot many times. I told everybody I was hit, but nobody believes me. Rika-chan was soaking wet. Well, nobody believed her because she really could be that sneaky, pretending that she was hit in order to stay in the game. It's your own fault that nobody believes you. Sometimes it's hard to believe anything you say. Meep? Everybody's so mean to me. I feel lonely like a poor kitten crying in a cardboard box because nobody wants her. Meep meep. Boom. The sound came from Rina's head. You still did not shoot her. I saw a circle of smoke coming out of it. Rina must have pictured Rika-chan behind in a cardboard box. How... Rika-chan is an abandoned kitten I'm taking her home with me. Ouch. Beep. Boom. Rina, you're ruining how cool you looked earlier. Rina was back to her normal self and jumped on Rika-chan like a convenient cat capturing its prey. Rika struggled to get away. Come on everyone, get back to the classroom. Chi-sensei clapped her hands and yelled at us from the window of the teacher's office. Let's go. Everybody exchanged smiles and went back to the classroom. Higurashi when they cry? How long was that anyway? 47 minutes? Is that like a one chapter thingy? I don't know. Maybe. That was a pretty long battle, I guess. Yeah, it was. A beautiful day. Huh. Is the text different? I don't know, maybe. A beautiful day. One reason I like my house is because it has a good ventilation. I don't think it is. As long as there's a nice breeze, I don't have to rely on a fan to keep me cool. I can take down my futon from the windowsill, place my cushion near the open window, and enjoy the cool breeze of the evening. According to my page a day calendar, it's June 1983 today. While it was still June, it seemed like summer skipped the rainy season and was already coming around the corner. June 1st, I'm guessing? This was very abnormal apparently. Even if it was abnormal weather that only comes around once in 100 years, if it was supposed to come in June of 1983, then it wasn't as so much of a big deal. It was inevitable. On the other hand, suddenly, a sudden evening shower on the way home from school was more unpredictable than anything else. Maybe it had been perfect harmony, as if it was all perfectly planned, carefully planned. I feel like something good was going to happen this year. How should I put it? It's like the feeling I get when I roll a six on the first door of a board game and start off with a huge lead. When it comes to a die, the more you roll it, the more the total averages out. We actually roll a die a number of times every day of our life, so it's not like one stroke of luck is really a big of a deal to be overly happy about. I rolled a 6 on my first throw and 1 on the next throw, then total is 7. If you believe in fate, you might say there's a high probability of a 1 to come up on the die, but you can never actually tell what number you will roll. That's what fate is all about. You might roll a 6 again. The chance of rolling a 6 twice in a row is 1 out of 36. But if you look at each row one by one, there's only a 1 out of 6 chance of that miracle. The glass wine chime Tokyo put up yesterday was making a refreshing sound. Bum 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 bum. Anyway, I'll have to go back and manually and do that. Whatever. That's fine, I guess. That's it for this time, so bye bye.